Okay, here is 7-3, example 4. We're going to be multiplying binomial radical expressions. Now, binomials are two terms in parentheses like both of these. And whenever you have a 2 by 2, we always want to be thinking of FOIL. FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. Or we can look at that as kind of a double distribution thing, and I'll stop and show you that during the video. Now, before we hit to this, I want to illustrate to you there's three different concepts going on in here when we're multiplying. First of all, numbers to numbers. Well, you just multiply it out. 2 times 3 is going to be 6. But what happens when you have numbers to variables, or up here, radicals? Numbers to variables, you just multiply the constant times the variable, and this would be 4x. But what happens when you have variable to variable, or like up here, radical to radical? It's a different rule here because it's like bases. We add exponents. For this instance, it's going to be different over here. Over here, this is going to be x squared. So there's three different things going on with just these examples, and there's three different things going on when we do this binomial as well. So let's remember that. Numbers to numbers, radicals to radicals, or constant in front of radical. So the first terms, f, 2 times 1 is 2. Then the outside terms. The outside means on the far outside. This one and this one. We have 2 times negative 5 rad 3. Remember, we stay numbers to numbers. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 rad 3. And then I is inside terms. So it's this one and this one. In this case, it's just 1 times 4 rad 3, which is just 4 rad 3. And L stands for last, the last terms in each binomial. And this is where it can get kind of funky. We're going to do numbers to numbers and radicals to radicals. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. But then radical to radical, the rule is you multiply the radicands. 3 times 3 is square root of 9. We'll simplify that in just a minute. Okay? I just want to illustrate to you what double distribution is, why they call FOIL double distribution. Let's look right here. 2 times 1 minus 5 rad 3 is right here. 2 minus 10 rad 3. So that's distributing the 2 times what's over here. And then the last two terms, if I covered up the 2, 4 rad 3 times this binomial is right here. 4 rad 3 minus 20 rad 9. That's why they call it double distribution. That is another way to visually organize and solve these problems. Now we have to fully simplify everything. We have like radicals here, negative 10 plus 4. That gives us minus 6 rad 3 from these two terms. We have a 2 on the front. And 20, what is the square root of 9? This is negative 20 times 3, and that is negative 60. The last step, we have like terms here and here, the constants. 2 minus 60 is negative 58 minus 6 rad 3. Convention usually is put the whole number first and then the radical term second. That's the usual convention, so this is how you should write your answer.